Now, the bonus wars are back. As David Cameron and Ed Miliband clashed over the size of big city bonuses at the state-owned Royal Bank of Scotland. Labour said the government should block any request by RBS to pay bonuses larger than a year's salary. The PM managed to dodge that one, insisting instead that he would limit the total pay bill. The new European rules imposing a cap on bank bonuses also came under fire from the Bank of England Governor Mark Carney, who called them crude and undesirable. Our economics editor Faisal Islam reports.
For 5 years now, the Royal Bank of Scotland has been in public hands, and again this January the bank bonus battle returns. This time, how to deal with new shareholder powers to limit bonuses that exceed a banker's annual salary. Labour says George Osborne now has the power to rein in RBS bonuses, and he must act. This month, Europe imposed a new set of restrictions on paying bonuses that gave a veto to shareholders. And in the case of RBS, the shareholder is of course the government, which in practice means a tough and unwelcome decision for George Osborne.
Questions to the Prime Minister.
The government's facing the perennial problem of balancing hands-off and strong-arm approaches to state bank pay.
RBS are talking to parts of the government about the proposal to pay over 100% bonuses. He's the Prime Minister, the taxpayer will foot the bill. Will he put a stop to it right now by telling RBS to drop this idea?
I'll tell him exactly what we are saying to RBS, and it is this, that if there are any proposals to increase the overall pay, that is pay and bonus bill, at RBS, at the investment bank, any proposals for that, we will veto it. What a pity the past government never took an approach like that.
But the overall pay bill at RBS Investment Bank has already fallen from £1.9 billion in 2011 to £1.5 billion in 2012 and was forecast to have fallen further last year. That's not surprising, as over 5,000 jobs have been cut at the division, so Mr Cameron's promising something that's already due to happen. David Cameron's vow to veto any increase in total pay and bonuses at RBS, well, it would be a lot tougher if the company's strategy wasn't already to reduce that pay bill. It must be January, the time when politicians return from their breaks and compete to be beastly to Britain's state-owned banks. But they often end up being a lot less tough than they like to sound to voters. And this week we get another tough-sounding plan from the opposition, a vow no less than to break up Britain's big five banks. Appearing in front of MPs today, the Bank of England Governor Mark Carney was not enthusiastic about any new efforts to break up the banks, and when asked if the EU bonus cap was rather crude...
Do you agree with that conclusion?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It takes back some of the advantages of the approach that we've had, because it will incentivize more cash compensation today, exactly the type of problem we had before, that we can't claw back, and we would rather see more deferral, more equity, and this ability to take it back when those risks come to light.
But it's the prospect of the city basking in the good times amid a return to big mergers and fat pay packets that remains politically toxic in the run-up to an election.